What's up, everyone? Episode 88 of the RUDIS Wrestling Podcast. Matt is very sad. This is his last night in Kazakhstan. He gets to come home to the United States after this, and he's really going to miss Nur Sultan. Right, Matt?
Yeah, my heart. I'm physically going back to the States, but my heart will be here.
That's so funny. You know what, Matt? I actually love Singapore. I know we're being facetious, but I love Singapore, for example. I think it's a fantastic place. Really first world amenities, super nice, everything's great, treat me well. But there's something about coming back to the United States that is just so reassuring, feels so great. So I know you're going to get that feeling in about, 18 hours or something?
Yeah, I mean, it really is. I mean, this has been a great experience. I enjoyed it, got to learn about their culture, talk to their people. It was enjoyable, but yeah, I mean, when you get back to the United States, you definitely do. I mean, it sounds cliche, but you do appreciate everything we have.
Yes. And freedom. Freedom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Freedom.
Well, yeah. So, I don't think we're going to do a full show today. I think it'll be shorter. I think we'll kind of wrap up all the matches that happened today, which is not all that many. And then, like I said, we'll probably put out, I did not know that. Yeah, I did not know that was going on until I saw it today. That was bizarre.
Yeah, I didn't know either. And they didn't make any announcements during the tournament or say anything about it.
Was it in the same venue?
Yeah.
That's bizarro.
Yeah,
weird. I
never heard of that.
Yeah, I mean, I was UWW Grappling World Champion all the way back in 2010, 2009. I don't remember what damn year it was. It's not like there was a super high level of competition. But yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Yeah, they didn't bring that. I mean, it wasn't like the best guys were like, I have to be at the UWW Grappling World Championships, and the rules were semi-skewed to benefit wrestlers, So yeah.
Yeah, what's the main? I mean, I should know about the grappling rules. What's the basic differentiation between wrestling and the grappling?
Well, I mean, in certain, obviously, there's a lot of different rule sets for grappling or for jiu-jitsu, and there's certain ones that either let you pull guard or there's these certain characteristics that don't really reward you for a takedown or make it tough for you to get takedown points. And so if you're a good wrestler, obviously you have no ability to get the takedown points, and then it's 0-0 when you're on the ground versus you having points, right? That's a kind of a big deal. So there's certain ones that reward wrestling better than other ones. And UWW does, it gives a fair, what I think is a fair advantage to wrestlers. So we don't need to get into my criticism of the jiu-jitsu scoring system.
I think there's two tournaments going on. Grappling, there's a gi tournament.
Yep, gi and no gi.
A grappling. So it's two different events, right?
So they called it. So usually in jiu-jitsu they call it gi and no gi. Gi being the outfit that they wear that's a thick material. So if they don't have that on, they call it no gi. In UWW they call it grappling and gi is what they call it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's get into the wrestling. Go weight class by weight class. Tyler Graff wins his first match. I thought he wrestled pretty well in the bronze medal match. The kid was good. The Indian guy, what was his name? I'm gonna search it.
It's
Aware.
Yeah. Okay.
Aware. Yep.
Yeah, I thought Tyler wrestled really good. Happy for him. I mean, obviously, it would have been nice for him to get a medal because he's probably one of those guys that's really stuck in between.
I think so.
Like, I don't know if he can get all the way down to 57 and then bumping up is like he'd just be too small. So
yeah. Well, it's not like getting down to 57, Matt. I mean, for example, we saw James Green, who's essentially a world teamer every single year. He got down to 65. But he just was so ineffective, right? He had nothing to him at that weight class, and I feel like that's what's going to happen to Tyler Graff. He's going to be able to make the weight, but then he's just going to look not so good because certain people can't perform at certain weights.
Well, and with Green, he had day before weigh-ins, right?
He had day before weigh-ins, and he still couldn't do it. How crazy is that?
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, we're talking day of weigh-ins.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't know how you...
The 2-day weigh-ins, because you got to go day up and you got to make weight again.
Yeah. But proud of the fact he qualified the weight for the country. So that was huge. That was a great thing. But yeah, the guy tonight was just a bit too much for him.
Yeah, kid was pretty good. I mean, the one part that I was annoyed about was that first sequence. I thought it was a very clear 2-2. They only gave him 2 out of it. I guess what they said is he didn't initially have the takedown. He only got the exposure points, which I thought they had given the takedown points and then he would have the exposure. But I guess whatever. It didn't end up being a difference in the match because the guy scored so many points. So yeah, I guess we'll leave it at that. It'll be interesting to me to see if Tyler is able to get down to 57 and be effective. And then you got to think by 2021 when they come back to this weight class, he'll be 32 years old by then, so kind of probably past his prime.
Yeah.
And I got to think in non-Olympic years, Matt, specifically the ones that are right after the Olympics, right? So you go 2020 and then 21, 22, 23, 24. 23, I would imagine everyone's getting back down to the Olympic weight classes, but I would have to imagine for 21 and 22 that, guys like Dayton Fix or Nick Suriano, they might test the waters up a weight class and kind of give their bodies a break from weight cutting.
You would think so, especially, with Fix, although he's looked pretty mature, or as young as he is, physically he looks pretty mature, but you're still going to grow more, just fill out.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, I'm sure it would be good to give his body a break, and plus it, spreads out our talent a little bit better as well. Because by that time you would think that Spencer going to be knee deep back in the freestyle.
You would think, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's in 79. Kyle Dake wins another world title. Looks good doing it. Beats Hassanov again. He gets, one takedown, he got 3 push-outs. 4 push-outs, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Correct? 4 push-outs.
Right? He just wins.
Just wins. You know what? I mean, we talked again about the change in style. He was faking. He was shooting from the outside. Matt, you know what part of me says? I was thinking about today because, when I saw it, that maybe it was a one-time thing against Alex Dieringer. Part of me says maybe there's some injury that we don't know about. That he's just working around.
Yeah, maybe he just had to adjust his style to adapt because what was it, a back injury he had?
I thought it was a knee, but they were very hush-hush, so I feel like no one ever knew. And you know what's so annoying? I at least find this to be annoying. I think some people found it to be funny or cute. After the finals, they said, okay, well, what weight are you going for 2020? He says, oh, I think you know. No, Kyle, I don't know. I want to hear it from you. Listen, you went up the last cycle. Burroughs has a bye. Right? Burroughs got a medal, so Burroughs has a bye to the finals, which you've stated many times is a huge advantage. So no, Kyle, I don't know. I would like you to tell me where you're going.
Well, maybe we can get him on the show.
You think he can come on?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, let's try. I mean, he's one of the biggest personalities in the sport of wrestling. Obviously, we'd love to have him on the show, but if he didn't tell Flo, I don't know why he would tell us.
True, this is true.
We could just keep asking Matt till he hangs up and see how many different answers he can give us.
Yeah, well, we'll find 20 different ways to ask the same question.
He'll say, I think you'll know. No, I don't know. What does that mean exactly? Well, you'll see. Well, just keep asking.
So, I mean, how long do you think before it takes these guys to actually commit to what they're doing and make it public?
I cannot see the advantage in waiting any longer. I mean, we talked about this with Jaden Cox. Jaden Cox has that decision to make. And I just don't know. I don't know why. I mean, maybe there's something I'm not seeing that they're seeing, Matt, but I don't know what the advantage would be in waiting. Can you figure out what an advantage would be?
No, not really. And with Kyle being a little vague tonight, even though I don't know. Maybe we don't know.
See, you don't know. You think, okay, I know what that means. Then you're like, wait, do I know what that means?
Yeah. Huh.
It's annoying.
Yeah. I mean, I don't. Yeah. We're going to get into that in a couple weeks, right? We'll talk on this.
And let me ask you this, Matt. What if does Jaden Cox's decision affect Kyle Dake? if Jaden Cox decides to go up, listen, if you got to beat David Taylor and Jaden Cox, that's one thing. But if Jaden Cox is up and you only have to beat David Taylor, who is a guy you're essentially undefeated against, as good as David is that something? I mean, and I know they're friends too, but he went up last time and they were friends then. Is that something he considers?
This is the thing, Ben, right? Like when it comes to it, we heard Burroughs talk about it last night in his post-match interview about Green coming up, and he's like, "Hey, we knew this was coming, and it's not personal. There's only 6 weights. What are you gonna do? If he decides to go up, friendship can't have anything."
I don't know, Matt, but I kind of don't see. I don't see the Green Burroughs situation the same as I see Dake Taylor, because I don't see Green getting through Imar and Dake and those guys to make it to Burroughs. I mean, Burroughs is all the way out to the finals, right? So Green's got to win all of that, and I have a hard time seeing him beating Imar and Dake and whoever else there is.
Yeah, no.
Mark Hall potentially.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I think Jordan was probably giving him credit by saying there's a potential chance, when I think deep down he's like, we're not going to see each other.
Yeah, so, that's obviously not something you have to say, but it is nice probably knowing that in the back of your head.
Yeah, that's true.
So, okay.
I thought Dake being vague a little bit in that answer was like, hey man, let me freaking enjoy the world champion, my world title, at least for 5 minutes before I start focusing on next year. Right?
Yeah, I know. I agree. He should he should be able to enjoy that. But you also have to understand your place, and people are interested in Kyle Dake. That's a good thing that people are interested in him, right? They're very curious as to what he's going to do. I feel like, Tommy Rollins, my old host. Yeah, I think he maybe is jealous of you, Matt. Like he's like the ex-girlfriend or something. He posted on Twitter today.
We were texting through the finals tonight.
What'd you say?
Me and Tommy were texting. So he's running around with you with me. He was texting me during the.
But he said, I think next year will be the first year ever where the Olympic trials will be more entertaining than NCAAs as a spectator, and I don't know that is going to be the case. I think there's a possibility of that, but I don't. I mean, NCAA is just the best tournament ever, right? So Olympic trials would have a lot to live up to match the NCAAs. But I think there's a chance because, like we said, with Dake Burroughs, Cox Snyder, or Cox Taylor, man, there's going to be some great matches.
That's the thing. Like, I think as a purist of the sport, at its highest levels, I kind of agree with Tommy in the sense that we are going to have some all-time classic matchups that we rarely see. That maybe they're to another level. I mean, we've seen NCAA champs battle each other in the NCAA finals, which is a treat. But now we've got the potential to elevate that, and you're having world champ versus world champ, right? Olympic champ versus an Olympic medalist, which we have not seen that often, right? And so I think the concentration of all that talent, even though it won't have probably the mass appeal of the NCAA tournament.
But it is starting to get bigger, Matt. I mean, there's starting to be more and more interest in freestyle wrestling, and it's just because there's more visibility, right? It's a what Martin would call a virtuous cycle, right? Because we can see it more, we're more interested in it. Because we're more interested in it, we want to see it more, and these things work together, right? It spins this flywheel.
And I do think there's an element, and here we go with the RTCs again, but it keeps so many more guys engaged with, for the most part,
true,
where they wrestle at, right? And so the fans, of the institution continue to follow these guys because there's more information going out from the RTCs. They're socially engaged, social media engagement from the RTCs with the fans. So I think that's helped grow the sport. Because for the longest time, guys kind of got forgotten pretty quickly after their college career.
Well, because you couldn't watch it, Matt. I mean, it was almost impossible to follow not only domestic freestyle wrestling, but any international tournaments or anything like that. I mean, we just couldn't watch them. And listen, I even got a complaint. I got a complaint. Can I complain?
Yeah.
I think I've been mostly positive. But, dude, listen, I clicked on that one match yesterday and heard Andy Rovat and someone else announcing. But every other match I clicked on and I watched them all live this morning, there was no announcer. There wasn't. I watched all these. A lot of other matches in retrospect or after the fact. There was no announcer. Listen, Track, you got the World Championships, and I don't want to say this is the crown jewel event because it's probably the NCAAs as far as viewership is concerned. But what should be the crown jewel event or second crown jewel event of wrestling in the world, you can't even put an announcer on. Like, holy crap, Matt. Like, pay 10 guys to go over there. There's not even 10. How many mats is there? 3? 4?
There's 4.
Four. That's 8 guys. 2 guys per mat. I mean, you can't afford to get 2 guys per mat to commentate. And if you want to be really myopic, you could do just men's freestyle. That's the one. I mean, you saw the arena. That was the one it was the most packed for. I mean, if you want to do the whole week, great. That'll probably be more. But you have the crown jewel event, and you can't put announcers on every mat. Give me a freaking break.
Yeah, I mean, they do it at the NCAA tournament, right?
Yeah.
There's 10 mats there or whatever, and they do it, all 10 mats throughout the entire event.
Mm-hmm.
And surely there's, yeah.
I mean, honestly, Matt, I think it's to the point where you wouldn't have to pay people. There's enough wrestling fans that you could say, submit your entry. We'll pay for your trip to Kazakhstan. We'll pay for your hotel. We'll pay for your food. We're not going to pay you. This is a volunteer position. But I think you would have enough good entries where you could find people to do that. They're not going to be great. It's not going to be full of guys. I mean, go ahead.
Yeah, you were going to originally be over here with me before your fight got scheduled. So we could have done that during the day. We could have announced during the day.
Yeah.
And then come back to the room, done a podcast at night, and it wouldn't have affected our trip. It would have been fun.
I mean, think about not just you and I, Matt, but think about some regular wrestling fans. Like we talk about the flow guys, you can tell, like Mark Bader, right, one of my close friends. You can tell how much better he's got at announcing over the years because he's had to do it and he's had practice at it. But, when he first started doing it, he was raw, but it was good, right? It was absolutely better than nothing. And now he's really good at it. But so, you think about a casual wrestling fan, Matt, or not a casual, a hardcore wrestling fan who you pay for his trip and he gets to sit right next to the mat, right next to it, like the best seat in the house and announce these matches.
They would pay Track to do that. A hardcore wrestling fan
would probably pay Track, yes.
They would say, I'll pay you. You didn't let me sit mat side and talk wrestling all day? Heck yeah, I'll pay you.
Yeah, seriously. Sell those spots. Come on, man. Yeah, I don't know. That was bad to me. I couldn't believe they didn't have that. Okay. 86 kilogram. Matt, you're in the arena. You're going to have to tell me about this. The dude from India forfeits the Yazdani. I, for the life of me, can't think of a reason to forfeit in the world finals. I can't do it, Matt. How many shots you can have in a world title? It can't be very many.
Oh, dude, man.
Was he going to die?
He was milking it from the get-go. Like, he was like... And the thing is, I watched all those matches the last couple of days. I didn't... And sometimes you don't see when you get hurt or, you sleep overnight and things.
Yep, knee tightens up, whatever.
I didn't see any situations where he even took injury time during one of his matches yesterday. But, man, he was milking it hardcore coming out of the tunnel. I'm like, dude...
Wait, he actually... I'm sorry, I turned up... He actually came out of the tunnel?
Yeah, he came out, came to the mat, they shook hands, they raised Yazdani's hand.
What?
He was selling it from the get-go.
Come on.
Yeah.
Matt, why would you forfeit in the world final? Did they pay him that much money? Why would you forfeit?
Yeah, I think you would do the same thing.
You already got second place. You get your ass kicked, you still got second place.
Yeah.
Jeez.
At least you could get lucky. Yeah, I know it was probably a tall order to begin with, but seriously.
You can get lucky. Something could happen. You get your leg lace locked up somehow.
Or Yazdani could have gotten hurt, right?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, I was shocked. The only upside to that, because Yazdani is probably one of my favorite guys to watch compete. I just love the way he wrestles. I love the way he competes. I hear he's a really good guy too. But the only benefit to not watching Yazdani is I didn't have to hear that Iranian horn going. Iran, Iran, I was sitting right next to him, so I was like, it was, and you hear it all week. After a while, you're like, all right, I'm ready to.
Matt, what if you would have got arrested and there's just this picture of you on the front page and you just got the horn and you're snapping it over your leg and then they're taking you out in handcuffs? That would be so awesome. You'd be a real American hero for that. Or you steal someone's horn and you're hitting them with the horn.
Yeah. I can't believe someone's never done that at some point. Just walked down the aisle, reached over, ripped out the horn, and just chucked it somewhere in the arena.
Trump would get you out of that. He would call you you'd probably get a Medal of Freedom or something for that.
I'm a patriot. I'm acting American.
Seriously. All right. Last weight we're going to talk about, and then we'll call it a day, and then we'll wrap it up when you get home next week. Kyle Snyder, Matt, I talked about how I think he needed to make a shift last night. I loved what he did today. He was more aggressive, I feel like, than I've ever seen. And he put himself in a lot of good positions. Now, Otakadze was able to get out of a lot of potential scoring situations where Kyle was like almost there. But Kyle was really on him. I mean, really on him. And made him super defensive and got himself in a lot of good positions. He didn't quite finish all of the positions, but he scored 5 points. I thought he looked really good.
I thought he looked fantastic. I think that's the best he looked all tournament.
Yes.
And I thought he looked good. I don't think his best performance was yesterday night in the semis, but throughout the tournament, I thought he looked good. I think he stepped it up another level tonight. And, yeah, I was really surprised with the pace he set. Even though he didn't score a lot of points, with the pace and the opportunity and the action he was creating, I didn't think that guy was going to be able to withstand it that last 3 minutes.
I was shocked that guy didn't fall over, because if you remember, Otakadze was the one who got the arm throw a few years ago, and then Kyle put it up, kind of turned it up, and the guy almost wanted to fall over. And this time that wasn't the case. Because I was expecting, with that pace Kyle was wrestling, I was expecting the guy to fall over. And who knows? Maybe they're on some EPO or something over there. You know they love their PEDs.
Yeah. I mean, that's we could probably introduce that layer into the discussion here next week when we review some things. Because
I would almost feel guilty, Matt, if I had not watched the movie Icarus, where it very clearly outlined how much that the Russians were cheating. I would feel guilty about making these type of accusations, but when it's out there in the open daylight and it's been proven over and over and over again to the point where the whole delegation almost got suspended for the Rio Olympics, I don't really feel guilty making these accusations.
No, I mean, they got caught red-handed.
Yes, and they didn't really apologize. They didn't really apologize at all. It was the IOC made a weak move, and they felt like it would affect the Olympics too much to ban them. So I think they banned their Paralympic team, which is like, dude, come on, give me a break.
It's not even a slap on the wrist.
Barely a slap on the wrist.
Yeah, but yeah, we can talk. I mean, they were really, really, really impressive, right?
They were so good this week. How many medals did they get? 8 in men's freestyle. 8, 9.
Yep.
Was it 8 or 9?
Let me see.
I'm gonna look it up. Well, they got the first 5 they had in the finals. There was 1 silver and 5 golds.
They went 8, so they had 9 of 10 in medal bouts and went 8-1 in those medal bouts. So they
wow,
8.
Wow, that's impressive. Yeah, they look great.
It almost, you know what it reminded me of? Like when their guys lost the bronze, they almost walked off like, geez, I'm the loser on the team.
Yeah. Well, do you remember that one year, Matt? I want to say it was 06. It could have been 05. There was one year, it was when there was only 7 weight classes still. So I guess it was before the Olympics went to 6, so it had to be pre-2008. And there was no extra non-Olympic weight classes like we have now. which is good. But I believe they went 37-1 in men's freestyle at the World Championships. They had all gold, 6 golds and 1 bronze. So, I mean, it almost is reminiscent, not quite, but almost reminiscent of that year, how good they were. And now we're looking at really going into the Olympic year. Besides 86 kg, they're going to have 86 and heavyweight. They're going to have a world champion in every single weight class. And they'll have a world champ on the bench at some of those.
Yeah, and we think we have a talent problem
next
year, right?
Yeah. How poor did their heavyweight do? That was one. I couldn't think of that guy. I'm going to look.
He's the one that... Let me see.
You know what I was thinking? As important as wrestling is in Russia... he only won 1 match, Matt. He won 1 match and then he lost to the Ukrainian guy. I was thinking, actually, they have 9 medals.
Really? I misread that then.
Because they got bronze at 79, bronze at 86, and bronze at 92. So the heavyweight was the only one who did not medal.
Gotcha. Sorry, I was reading something. I just read it wrong. Yeah.
Cool. Knifanov beat Miles Amin.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow. So the heavyweight, I was thinking about this, Matt, as many Russians as they give out, they send out the countries. Why haven't they told Taha Akul or Petrashvili, like, listen, you're coming with it. You're coming with us. Like, you're not going to wrestle for Georgia anymore. You're coming over here.
Yeah.
Like that should have happened. I feel like
you would think it's kind of surprising because when was their last truly dominant heavyweight?
It's been a while because who was the one guy that did both styles who was pretty good, but he never. I don't believe he ever won a world title.
That was in 11 and 12, like early 2000s, right?
No, I think he wrestled all the way through 16. I mean, he was the guy for what is his damn name? He actually signed with the UFC and never fought. Russian heavyweight.
Yeah, because I remember what it was in. He doubled up in a couple of times in both styles.
Right? Makov, yes.
Makov.
Bilal Makov. Yeah, he was on the team a whole bunch of times. And then I don't know what happened to him because he never went and fought in the UFC.
Huh.
Yeah, weird, right?
It's interesting. They've gone pretty much an entire quad without a truly significant.
Yeah, it's so crazy because obviously we talk about how many good guys they have in the other weight class. Okay, so I was incorrect here, Matt. So Makov won world titles in 7, 9, and 10. He got a bronze in the Olympics in 12, and then he also got a bronze in 2015. So he was fairly dominant in that, in that 2008 to 12 stretch. He also got a silver in Istanbul in 2011. So he was really good there. I guess I kind of forgot how good he was, and then kind of fell off in that second stretch.
Yeah, so it'll be. I mean, they're going to have an answer somewhere, or try and find an answer.
Yeah, you would think. I wonder why he never fought in the UFC. That was weird because he did sign with them in 2015. Oh. Weird. Okay, either way, well that's the wrap up from the World Championships. Matt, you're coming home. We'll probably hit a show. I don't know whenever you get adjusted. So I don't know. We'll probably say Thursday or Friday. We have a special episode I recorded this week with a guest. We'll probably air that on early this week, and then you know what, Matt? Then we probably got to start getting, after we do the wrap up, we got to start getting into the NCAA season, which is not too far away.
I mean, there's going to be so much to talk about in the next couple months when the season starts. U.S. Open early, freestyle. Essentially, the freestyle and college season are going to run concurrently this year, which will be kind of cool.
It's going to be wild. Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously. Okay, awesome, man. Have a safe trip home, and tell Kazakhstan. See you later.
I will. Take care.
Peace.